the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Arizona Cardinals. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Banjo. 57 to Mike. Zoom. It's coming this way. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 56.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play fake. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun now for Carr. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check. West. Check. Wide. Keep moving up.
The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, McClellan. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Watch the run. Check 37. Nice 57's Mike. Pass. 57's the Mike. Watch the pass.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
We got it. 54 is Mike. 54. Check. Watch 54. Mike's 5'4".
Murray with a 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conlon. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Two seconds to go, first quarter. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get sacked.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
On first down, Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 16-yard touchdown, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. 66, pull it, how? Check 26, check 26. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, McClellan. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 22, Carr. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. A 44-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Rush in.
They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Dante Pettis, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Carlson on for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Raiders 21, Cardinals 7. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set,
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That one goes for 24 yards.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Watch 88, watch 88.
Now Murray off play action. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, third and long. They fake the handoff, now Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Watch one. Single.
Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. AC data. Rip left. Check 13. Check 64. Wait. Check three. 2 seconds. Go. 3, 4. Motion.
On third down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Agnew now to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A final shot before break. Carr, they'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now a handoff looking right. Finding room at the 30. And he loses the football a second time. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches. And if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pitches it to Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. That is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Going deep here for Landry. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. To throw is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
57 to Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's caught. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray going up top. And that will be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Raiders take over 1st down 10.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got.
Here's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Again,
gets it.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They do go for it. It's Murray. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3.
From the 39, Carr. Throws right side, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First down, Raiders.
Down. 180. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. Check 4.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Flush to his right. Murray fighting, lost the football.
Plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go, D.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 3-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, They actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On the option, it's given to the first man, and that's Sherman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
You got him. You got him.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Johnson, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Back. Squeeze. Check 99.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Heavy. Hey, 734. Express.
Carr. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. Some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. That if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Check.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Mike, 57. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Carr going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
To throw is Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.